Hey, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rob Barnhart, and I'm the director of Above the Rim. On behalf of all of the people that are a part of Above the Rim Youth Basketball, we want to welcome you to another season of ATR, and we're really excited about this season and getting going really in just about a week with practices starting on January 6th. It's going to be a good time, and we're really looking forward to practices starting and then obviously the game starting as well. I wanted to just kind of take a quick second here and let those of you who haven't been around Above the Rim, both parents and coaches alike, a sense of what Above the Rim is all about. And really, for those of you who have been around for a while, give you a refresher on the rules and that kind of thing. But really give everybody just kind of a sense of what to expect in the upcoming season. Above the Rim is purely instructional. And so, what that means is we are all about making sure the kids are having fun, but also doing so in an environment that allows them to learn the game, to learn the game with zero pressure. We don't keep standings. We tend to err a little bit more on the side of letting some things go, if that makes sense in a game. But we really want to make sure that the kids are understanding the game, that they're learning the game, and that more importantly, having a good time out there, having fun. At the same time, we also want to make sure that they are learning things that can make them better people, right? Things that they can do to be a better friend at school, things that they can do to be a better member of their household, and just a better member of their individual communities, wherever that may be. So at the beginning of each game, we're going to take some time to do a quick devotional. The devotional is definitely going to be Bible based, but the topics are going to be relevant to what they go through on a daily basis, what the kids will experience at school and all of the different areas of their life. So that's really going to be a big part of what we do on game day. But for the rest of the experience of Above the Rim, we really do just want to make sure that we're making that environment as fun as possible. What you will find, speaking of game day in particular, and one thing that I like to call out before every season, we have a lot of volunteers that work with Above the Rim, and more so than any other area, you're going to find this within our refereeing staff. And so while we go through the season, it's important for me to just kind of let everybody know that our referees are volunteer and they are out there doing the best that they can. We do what we can to train them. But there's going to be some times when there's going to be some inconsistencies potentially with refereeing of a game, or some things that maybe aren't called the way that we would like them to be called, or something like that. I would ask that any time that you have sort of something that you want to bring up for one of our referees, that you would come to myself or Matt Schonkweiler, and we'd be happy to coach the referees up where we can, but really just make sure that we have no discussions going towards the referees as we go through the year. Each of the individual leagues has slightly different rules, so I'll just kind of go over the high level of that quickly, and then we'll get on with this thing. With kindergarten, first grade, we are really just about making sure that the kids are all pointed in the right direction. You'll find very quickly in that league that they're everywhere, that they sometimes don't know exactly which basket they're going towards. But we want to make sure that they start to get the fundamentals of the game. They start to get the idea of what basketball is all about. So we make sure that there's no stealing of any kind in the kindergarten, first grade league. We make sure that block shots are not a part of that league as well. And in the kindergarten, first grade league, we make sure that they pass the ball at least one time. Now, coaches, you're more than welcome to have your teams pass more than that, but really it is about passing the ball at least one time. In that league, it's co-ed. You'll have boys and girls playing together out there, and it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite leagues for sure, and really looking forward to that league. In second and third grade, we play a lot like we do in kindergarten, first grade. We're not going to allow any steals of passes, steals out of the hand. We're not going to allow block shots. We also want to make sure that the defenses are returning back to, or the offense are allowing the defense to return back, and that we get back on defense, making sure that there's no full court presses there, and making sure that the offense has a chance to set up. Now, the second and third grade league will be playing on 9-foot rims. That's going to be a stretch for some of the kids that are just coming out of kindergarten, first grade. So that's a lot of the reason why we don't allow the block shots. But in general, we just want to make sure that that the kids have that opportunity to run some offense, that they have the opportunity to start to experience that team mentality. We also don't allow in that league picks on the ball. What we found is sometimes you've got a kid who can dribble the ball pretty well, and if you set a pick on that defensive player, that person can go, the ball handler can go in and score layups pretty much at will. So we're going to make sure that we don't do any picks on balls. But when we get to the fifth and sixth grade, the fourth, fifth, and sixth grade league, we start to bring in a little more of the basketball feel. We will allow stealing of passing there. We will allow block shots. But we still ask for the defenses to get back, and there's some other nuances as well that we'll get out to the coaches and make sure that they understand exactly what we're looking for out of that league as well. That one's going to play at 9 feet as well, and with the exception then of sealing out of the hand, it's going to start to look a little more like basketball. But other than that, when practices start next week, we would ask that everybody works together. We would ask that you stay in constant communication with your coaches and really have a lot of fun. Game schedules will be coming out very soon. We'll be sure to get those out to everybody as well. But starting next week, Above the Rim starts. Look forward to see you then. Take care.